was once alive. Time was on my side. I had hopes and dreams, but now so it seems these things are dead and gone. Like me, they're dead and gone. They buried my body down under that cold, cold ground. But though I have died, my spirit survives to wander this land forevermore. I'll wander this land forevermore.
Welcome back to Chapter 2 of our story. So shall you reap.
Oh.
Let's kind of start everything off with a synopsis of what happened last time. Who wants to kind of give everybody the Cliff's Note version? You both can go back and forth, but who wants to start?
We reaped a lady and traumatized her.
Yes. And we got into a fight when we ripped her, and Vicenta shot her mouth off.
Yes. Guy named Sam Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And on re-listening to that, I was rather rude to him right off the bat. I mean, he could have been.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We came in there ready to fucking rock and roll, and
Yes.
then afterwards, like, he could have been anybody.
Like, he could have been really nice. Like,
Yeah.
he could have been a very big potential ally. Like, he could have been doing the right thing. Or he could have been trying to take her to the forge. We don't know because we didn't talk to him. And,
Yeah. I mean, the whole time when that was playing, I was like, this is escalating quickly.
Hey, Cassandra, she was like, this is mine because this is my murder sister. So she might.
And, yeah. She's
Okay.
got clues to who
Yeah.
killed you.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's pretty critical for you. And Vicenta was being a selfish bitch and wanted information, so she had to show up with this soul and be like, "Look what I did! Now, freaking tell me things," because nobody tells Vicenta anything, and that is how really Vicenta gets in the shit because nobody tells her dick.
Yeah.
If people would just be up and up with Vicenta, I don't think she would have near the problems that she does.
Yeah. True.
That was the last game too. Like, if El Messina hadn't kept her freaking secrets, Vicenta probably still would have gotten in a lot of shit.
Where's
But,
the fun
you
in
know.
that?
Yeah. So, yeah, Vicenta shot her mouth off, and she's probably gonna get in really big trouble now.
And what happened shortly after her shooting her mouth off?
She got summoned.
Uh-huh. Within like the hour.
Yeah, that was stupid scary fast. And apparently it was Maldo that heard about it,
Mm-hmm.
and then ratted. So,
Fuck Maldo. We hate him.
I do. I hate him so bad. And I do. I hate him. I hate him. And he might be like the best thing ever. I don't
He was
know,
rude.
but
He was rude. I don't care. He didn't have to be a meanie about it.
That's my thing. Like, and I mean, I get that they were just showing Vicenta, look, we can still do this.
They could have been cooler about it.
But I don't know. That was just the wrong play to go with Vicenta. Like, if they had been really sweet about it, she probably would have just done whatever the fuck they asked her to do. You know, and been like, la, la, da, da, I'm helping.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, she probably wouldn't have thought shit about it. But since she got to go and be a dick about it, now she's going to sit there and be recalcitrant.
Well, I will just say, you being the Giovanni Clan fan that you are, I know you have read that book that you sent me, the clan book. I know you certainly have seen how they treat
I know.
the
They treat
spirits.
them bad.
Yeah.
Even the former Giovanni, they come to kind of like an uncomfortable like understanding. Like
Hmm.
you're maybe slightly more important than other wraiths, but you're definitely less important than you were. Type balance. The only thing that she's going to have to remind them is the fact that she's not an ordinary Giovanni Wraith because she was not a human
Hmm.
when she died. She was a kindred, which means she has a very unique perspective that could be very useful to them if they're not assholes.
True. Guess
So
we'll have
it's
to see.
like, you know, know your fucking role here. And they're sitting there talking about her like she doesn't know what they're saying. We figured out later, yeah, by the way, that she does know what they're saying because I did not check out academics like I should have. So she did understand what they were talking about with her.
Yeah, and we retcon that.
Yeah. But I do have one thing. What was the connotation with that? Like, because Maldo said she's as headstrong as you said she was. And El Messina said even more than I recall. So are they like, oh, she's headstrong, or is it like, oh, this stupid bitch? It's gonna be more trouble than she's worth. Like
They were kind of laughing and joking,
Uh-huh.
and you can take from that what you will.
Hmm.
Okay. And then Maldo said, do you think she will resent us when she finds out? And El Messina said, I hope not. If she listens to me, perhaps not for too long.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That was said kind of seriously. That wasn't joked about.
okay. Because, okay. And then Maldo said, she's not happy with me now. Shall I release her? And El Messina said, yes, but let me speak to her first.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how was that? Was that just kind of, was he like, ooh, she's not happy with me? Like,
That
what should I do?
yes, kind of not questioning. Just she's not happy.
Yeah, but he wasn't like joking, like, oh, look how pissed off she is.
Right.
It's kind of like,
Right.
oh,
Right.
okay. I still hate him, but okay.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not gonna like this guy.
Even your shadow hates him.
That's true. You know that's bad.
We're
when the shadow is
united
like
in this.
yes, it's like
I'm
you know
gonna add
what's
another dark passion. Let's just fuck Maldo.
just fuck Maldo. Just fuck with Maldo. However you could fuck
Yeah.
Maldo.
That guy's a
Uh,
piece of shit.
So there's also something we need to talk about with Cassandra. She made a discovery when she went back to the scene of the crime.
My fetter. Or part of it.
Yes.
Yes. Except I couldn't get anybody in the real world to notice it. And it is under a trash can, but the axe head is missing, so it's still
How
somewhere.
many dots do you have in that feather?
5.
It's now 4.
What? Is that bad?
It's there's a thought experiment called the Ship of Theseus.
Oh,
How much an
yes.
object can be the same, and you change or replace it before it
Yeah.
stops being the same object.
I mean, it's just a handle.
It is, but it was the handle that was used in your death.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's not gone, but a part of it is.
Yeah. But that's not going to deter me from tracking him down.
Right. You still feel drawn to it.
Yeah.
And that's really what kept you from finding the other part at that moment. But now that that bond is broken, I'll just leave that there
Okay.
as we get into our story tonight.
Okay.
Oh, question.
Yes.
Did Cassandra slumber?
She
didn't in the game, but
I said she did, but we're just going to say that she kind of closed her eyes. She didn't truly slumber.
I didn't.
Okay.
Because you have to be drawn into one of your fetters when you do that.
Or, I think you can do it in a haunt too, though.
Can you?
I think so.
Well, we'll just rule a cool sheet.
Vicenta has to
Oh, no,
roll-
you can. You can do it, but you gain willpower more quickly if you slumber in your fetter.
In your fetter?
Yeah.
How are you in a fetter?
You get pulled into it. You're a ghost. You just go down into it.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just have to know for reasons when she slumbers.
Yes, me too for Vicenta.
So,
She was slumbering. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and say she was. Yes.
okay. And let me double check something.
But that was Claire, not.
Huh?
That was Claire, not.
She asked about Cassandra.
Oh, Cassandra.
Yeah.
No, Cassandra has not. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I've got that. I was thinking the story we were doing the other night.
Oh, okay,
Cassandra
okay.
slumbered because she was
Okay.
stressed out.
Me?
No,
did?
it's Claire. God, C names.
Should I change my name?
No, you shouldn't. I should.
No.
No, I named her after, so I should. If anybody should change anything, Hooker C.
Hooker C. Okay.
Yeah.
So did I slumber or not?
I
Cassandra.
don't know. Did you?
I don't know.
I'm asking.
I slumbered. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Okay. So what it means is that if you're wounded, all your wounds come back. I'm trying to see what else you get. I think you get a free pony, $1,000.
Oh, I definitely slumbered then.
No. Let's see. Okay. Oh my God, I hate their index. I'm just gonna go on the record. You guys have made a thorough index, but you also put stuff in stupid places. So
Yeah. It's okay. I don't like their index either. I'm totally.
yeah, it's a mess. So yes, we consulted the rule book, and it turns out you do have to sleep in a fetter, and it will restore your corpus and all that good stuff. So, but you do have to be in the fetter. The more you know.
It's gonna suck.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, seriously, that means I gotta go down.
Mm-hmm.
Have
fun.
Yeah, no. I can always do that during the day. You're not gonna bother me during the day.
You're right. Well, so I'm assuming you didn't slumber, Monica. All that to answer that.
No.
Okay. So we're good. And Vicenta did not either. Correct? Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
She's pouting.
Yeah. So you guys comfort Claire. Call people by the right name. You comfort Claire, and she's feeling better. And, a few hours go by, and then there's a...
Did that pick up on the mic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who the fuck is knocking?
And then your familiar face to both of you, Dante. Yeah.
I was like, oh my God!
No. Yeah. Dante passes through the door.
Oh, Vicenta's probably just like got that look like, oh shit.
And he says, "Is this the one?" He looks like he was about to say something else, and then sees Claire and says that.
Vicenta just nods yes, and she's not looking him in the eye.
Do you know if any others saw you bring her here?
Do we know that, or were we paying attention?
I think so. We weren't paying attention.
Can we? I mean, probably not. They probably didn't see her.
Those kids might have seen us.
So you would feel that she would be safe here if you two were to leave for a time.
That's up to her, not us.
And she's just kind of looking freaked out that this man that just materialized through a door, right in front of her after only being released from her call and dead for maybe a day, released from the call for a few hours. And she just kind of looks at Cassandra because Cassandra has kind of been the one that she's latched onto, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
And is just kind of like, what do I do? Look.
I don't know yet. What is Dante trying to say?
I need you to both come with me. We have some things we need to discuss.
Why can't we discuss them here?
Because I have to show you.
Why can't Clara come?
It's too dangerous for her.
Okay, Claire, you should probably stay here. Are you going to be okay with that?
They can just, if they want to get me, they can just come in.
Is that true? Out of character.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I mean, she can run.
You have been
away,
murdered.
Too. I mean, she can run away just as easily.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay. Yeah. No, go ahead. I'll be fine.
Okay, we'll be back.
Okay.
Will this take long? I asked Dante.
Time's relative, isn't it?
No, it's not. Not to me.
A few hours.
A few hours, Clara.
Okay. He doesn't smile at you, Vicenta, like he normally did.
Yeah, I know he's mad.
Ooh, she's in
Turns on his heel
trouble.
like he expects you to follow.
I mean, I do.
Walks through the door carefully. Out the other side. If you do the same, you don't suffer any damage or anything. As long as you just don't run through it.
I noticed how Clara was weirded out, so I'm gonna open the door and go through it like normal.
No, you're not.
No?
You can't hold a door handle unless you have that ability to make yourself corporeal.
Oh, I thought he was just doing that for funsies. I thought that's why she was scared. Oh, okay, then yeah, I go through it.
Okay. He escorts you a familiar path that you watched him go the other night. Down into that alley that y'all followed him, where he said you could follow him no more.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks both ways, goes to a wall probably that's only in the necropolis as far as you can tell, and grabs either side of a groove in the brick and pulls the wall apart, and you hear the sound of rain and a gale and of a storm. And he says, "Come on."
Does it look like a storm in there too?
Sort of, yeah.
Sort of.
Not like any storm you've seen before. It looks like it's storming around a tunnel of energy almost, if you will.
I'll glance at Vicenta, because this is her... Do I know it's her dad?
Don't believe so. Unless she's
you
told
know-
you.
Yeah, she probably hadn't told
Okay.
you. I mean, you might can see a resemblance,
Yeah.
and you might be able to tell that there's some kind of connection there, but you may not know. You probably don't know what it is.
Okay, I'll probably just glance at you because I know that there is a connection there. See if you know what the hell this is.
She's just gonna nod at you like, okay, come on, but
Okay.
she doesn't understand what this is,
Okay.
but
You step through,
Mm-hmm.
and as Cassandra steps through last, it just shuts behind you. And when you look back behind you, all you see is a storm.
Ooh.
And he says, "Stay close, follow me."
Okay.
And he takes you down, 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 twisting, winding. Sometimes he stops, kind of collects himself, and continues on. And soon you find yourself coming through the storm. And in the distance, you notice that you're walking above a large sea. But in the distance, you can see a obsidian colored or onyx colored tower, and there's like a beacon like a lighthouse. Vicenta, all you know is it's a spinning light.
Hmm.
And he continues towards that. And you find yourself walking through city streets. Only it's streets filled with nothing but wraiths.
Hmm.
And most of them are going about their business. A few stop and kind of glance your direction, but no more than you would at any other person in the city.
Uh-huh.
And you find yourselves getting closer and closer to that tower. And then you find yourselves in a park. A park made of trees and plants that were once loved, but just couldn't make it. But now they grow here,
Aw.
and they're well tended.
Aw.
It's kind of maybe the first in these weeks that you've been dead that you feel like you've had a somewhat peaceful, reprieve. He points to a park bench and beckons you both to sit.
And there's a dead dog barking at
Yep.
us.
Aw, is it cute?
No, it looks cute, but then it opens its mouth.
Oh.
I'll sit on the park bench.
Okay.
Yeah, Vicenta does too. She's still not looking at him in the eye. 'Cause she knows she's gonna get her ass chewed out.
He says, "How much does your friend know who you are?"
0.
Cassandra, would you like that to stay that way?
Not if it's gonna hurt me later.
It may hurt you later if you know everything.
Do you wish to stay in the company of Vicenta Giovanni?
Uh,
Does she even know what a Giovanni is?
I thought your name was
Rossi.
Rossi. Tell her. Just tell her. Just
It
explain what it means.
At one point, it was. And she'll look at Dante on that one.
It is still. She declared it as such yesterday. Only a few hours ago. But it is a new day in the Skinlands. We're still dark in the Skinlands, Vicenta Giovanni.
Is this your husband?
Did you ask her that?
Yeah.
She gets a look of like, ew. Like, not to be insulting to
Yeah.
Dante or anything, but I mean, she just looks, she goes, absolutely not.
Oh. Okay.
At one point in her life, she called me father.
Oh.
The person you keep, Cassandra, I hoped had changed in time. The company you keep, I mean.
Yeah.
But it has shown that time has not done her well. And she has forgotten some lessons that were hard learned.
This seems like family business.
It is. But understand this. The company you keep is dangerous to you. If you no longer wish to accompany Vicenta in her, shall we say, missions, it would be understood.
What kind of missions?
Well, the charge I asked you both to try to reap and help those that need help.
Oh, no, I have to continue doing that.
Well, then, that being your choice,
Yes.
you will stay and listen.
Okay. Yes, sir.
What were you in life, Vicenta Giovanni?
Which life?
The one that you know brings her the most danger.
Okay. So she'll look at Cassandra and she goes, I was a kindred. What you would call a vampire.
What?
My dear, you're a ghost. You're in amongst a ghostly atmosphere. Are vampires really so far out there?
Oh, that makes sense. Are you gonna eat me? Is this why you brought me here? Is he a vampire too?
No, he is not. Never was.
But he's your dad.
Yes. Wasn't born a kindred.
Oh.
Kindred are turned.
Oh.
More to the point, what weight does that name Giovanni carry, Vicenta Giovanni?
Everything.
At the time,
No, now.
she goes, I don't know what it carries now. I've been on a shelf for almost a millennia.
There's one way to put it. What do you know of being on that shelf?
I know that one of you is lying. Now, I have my suspicions on which one it is.
And which one do you suspect?
Do you really want to know? I told you don't want to know. This can only turn out badly. Look how El Messina treated you yesterday. Look at that shit Maldo.
I would suspect my sire.
Very well
it is our
deduced.
nature.
Yes, correct. Do you really
Is he
think?
lying?
No, that's he's very stern-faced with you.
Okay.
He is doing the dad talk
Okay.
right
Cassandra thinks sire means dad, so she's like,
She's
what does he lie to you about?
She's like that.
now. Do you think? What do you know of your time? Do you? Let me put it this way. Had you been in a call all these years, you would have become a specter. I know of no one who has made it that long in a call and not been completely insane when they come out.
Well, I'm not doing so well at the moment, so
No, you are not. But
perhaps your theory is not too far off.
But there are other things that keep us still in our, what do they call them? Unlives? Kept just above death. What do they call
Torpor.
that word? Torpor. Yes, that is the word.
I wasn't in torpor.
You weren't.
How could I? I didn't. If I was in torpor, why am I here now?
Because your remains were thrown into the sun
What the fuck?
on the deck of a ship. And then those burned ashes were thrown into the sea. And with that died the last thing I had that could hold me to the Shadowlands. Which is why I can only see you for a moment. It is incredibly dangerous for me to be there.
She is incredibly sad now. Why would I have been dragged out into the sun?
Why would you? Indeed.
I don't
And then
know.
there's a sound from behind you. Shuffling leaves. Which is crazy because leaves shuffle here. I guess when things are relics, that works. And a person whose face is sewn with many different colors of skin and cloth, and one of his eyes is a large button.
What the fuck?
Comes forward. He unzips his mouth and says, "It's because you were no longer useful to him. He wanted to take your place." Can
Your
I
shadow says, Maldo!
can I go now? It's dangerous. He could still be awake, even though it close to his time for summer.
Who are
Do I
you?
recognize the voice?
No.
I don't.
Mm-mm. It sounds somewhat familiar, maybe from a long time ago, but you can't be sure.
Cassandra's asking who he is. Because now she's like, is he some sort of mystical creature as well?
This is Patches. Patches belongs to a guild known as the Maskers. They have an ability to change their appearance, and he has decided to present himself in this fashion to us tonight.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Hello.
Vicendra's just looking at him confused, like trying to see if she knows him or recognizes
He
anything.
saw an opportunity, Maldo, when Ella Messina was below deck and the transfer to America, and he took that opportunity. Can I please go now, sir? I've shared the information I wanted to share.
Who are you?
He could be awake any moment, and I really don't want to anger him. My name is Patches.
No, what was your name?
Patches.
Wasn't always Patches. What was your name?
It's in Patches. And in time, it will be Patches still.
Do I know you?
Surely no, miss. Not anymore.
Did I once know you?
Surely not, miss. Not anymore. I need to be going, please, Dante. It's not safe. And he kind of starts to rub his face. Like, nervously. Dante's like, yes. You may. And he just kind of stands there, letting you take what you will in.
Mm-hmm. Basically, Ella Messina didn't know what Maldo did,
Right.
but surely when she woke up, she would have been like, "Hey, where's Vicenta? What the fuck, Maldo?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What
she figured it
happened?
out if he summoned you.
Like, and she's probably gonna be like, "She would have known. She had to have known."
She looked for you for a while, and the truth is I did hide you away for a little time. I had held your call to make sure that Maldo couldn't reach you first. This is why I also wanted you not to tell people that you were a Giovanni, Vicenta. That name does not mean what it once did.
Oh, I'll make it mean it.
And then D, in the interest of time, he is going to tell you everything about what happened with the Giovanni, what happened with the Cappadocians, and basically all the good stuff in the wikis, and, without getting into the dirty details that he wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But the top-down Giovanni stuff.
Like the fight and all that.
Yeah, so Monica, I'll give it to you because I know you don't know as much lore.
Yeah, and
But-
Cassandra's gonna be
But
like,
basically, there's Cappadocius, which was the founder of the Cappadocian clan, turned Augustus Giovanni. Is that right? Am I getting the right name? And pretty much upon him getting turned, he was like, "Cool, now I'm going to take this guy's power and grab it for my family."
Mm-hmm.
And he started a plan to do that. And What once was pretty much you were a Cappadocian who happened to be a Giovanni. The Giovanni became their own clan. He diablerized Cappadocius. The clan became depraved, and they enslaved wraiths. Worse still, they have a belief that if they can get 100,000 souls,
100 million.
100 million,
Right.
sorry,
Yeah,
100
100
million souls
Yeah.
all together, and sacrifice them all at once, that they can basically shatter the shroud between our world and the spirit world.
Why would they want that?
I can tell you why they think they want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do they think that?
They think that it will increase their necromantic powers,
Mm-hmm.
but from pure gameplay mechanics from Wraith, I can tell you that's a distinctly bad idea for them, but
Right.
they don't know that.
Right.
Okay.
It's a distinctly bad idea for all involved parties.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do they have any right now? Like, are they up to 100 something? Or
Patches is like, that's why they want my kind.
What is your kind? The maskers?
If you can mold someone into the shape of a rock and they can't move, they're in one place, aren't they?
Oh.
And he kind of... I have to go, Dante. I have to go. Please. And he starts kind of pulling on some of the burlap that's on his face and stretching it.
Can we see what's underneath?
No, it's his skin.
Ooh. What's underneath then, Bone?
He's like...
Is he Oogie Boogie? Is he black, like nothingness in there?
I mean, no, he's just pulling it like supernaturally, like stretching his own face.
I thought it was coming off.
He's
Okay,
like
okay.
just like it's almost like
Yes.
chewing gum, going
Ooh.
back, yeah,
Okay.
or rubber.
Vicenta just looks at Dante and she goes, "Let him go."
Yes, Patches, please be careful. Thank you for being here tonight.
Patches O'Houlihan.
He's like, yeah, Vicente, he has the journals. And he turns and leaves.
And Vicenta, does it click with her then?
Maybe.
Can I make a roll to see if it clicks with her?
It's your character. You
I
would know.
think, yeah, okay, well in that case she's going to
Take
be
from
like,
it what you will.
she's probably going to be really upset at that point. And she looks at Dante and she's like, "No, not Giacomo."
His name is Patches. And it is best that it stays that way, isn't it?
That's Giacomo? Are you serious? Oh.
Yeah, Maldo's definitely getting eaten. He's going to end up staked in my basement.
We were right. We were right.
Oh my gosh. She looks sad, but she also looks like she's ready to rip somebody's face off. And how did that happen? How was that allowed to happen?
He died in service protecting her
From who?
from the Giovanni.
What? Why? She still would have been a Giovanni?
No. She was a Cappadocian first. In their eyes.
So why did she embrace Maldo?
Maldo was the only one who offered to help her. Maldo was mortal. And he came looking in the crypts. Years after she had to go into hiding. Came looking for Cappadocians. Came looking for one that had been rumored in texts that there was no accounting of. Promised in the new transatlantic travel of the Italian people to help her flee to safety in the New World. In exchange, she would sire him.
If she had an ounce of sense, she would have blood bonded him.
She does have an ounce of sense.
Oh, so he's blood bonded to her?
To-
Out of character.
It seems like he's alluding to that. You would have to
Okay.
ask her, but
Okay.
he doesn't. Keep in mind, he doesn't quite understand all the
Okay.
vampire world.
That's true. To a degree, but I mean... This is not good.
It is not. And you have made it known that you... Let me go back. I'm sorry. Father's anger. I need to control it, even after all these years.
Why?
Hey, listen, before you ask anything else. Maldo is more of a Giovanni than Ella Messina is, as they are now. So your name carries the weight of how Maldo acts in this world. I asked Patches here for 2 reasons. Number 1, for information. But number 2, so you could see the hold that the Giovanni have on our kind.
Maldo is no Giovanni. We have to make this right. We have to fucking kill him. You can't use that name.
In her head, she's not saying it out loud because, Dante's right there. She's going to go, we will be patient.
Yeah.
I've tried my best to downplay that the call I opened a few weeks ago, was just a individual of no importance. The path I showed you, if things become truly bad up there, can bring you to this place. This place is known as Stygia. It can offer you a small degree of insulation from those that might try to find you if you're in trouble. But if Maldo has access to your fetters, this place doesn't offer you much of any protection because he owns you.
Why would she keep him around if he dragged me into the sun?
She doesn't know. She also doesn't know that he destroyed your mother's brooch that Ella Messina kept. The second thing that kept me, my other fetter. The last thing I had to remember her by.
She's getting madder and madder and madder. Like, she may actually combust. She's starting to get so mad. She's shaking. She's missing the beast right now.
Because he knew that I would tell.
I don't understand. What does this Maldo guy want?
I don't know. But I don't think Ella Messina does either. And I think that's really dangerous because she thinks he's a good man. and a good child.
Oh, she's gonna turn around and punch a tree. She's just pissed off. Missing her
It
beat right about
stings.
now.
Yeah. That was solid.
Ugh. Oh.
You can retreat to Stygia. I am here.
He has
But where
all
your
of
name
my-
has weight in the Shadowlands, it carries fates worse than death here. You understand me?
Yes.
You do not tell people what you are, especially our kind.
She just kind of nods her head.
Vicenta Giovanni is dead. Do you understand?
Never.
Yes.
Now, come with me.
Okay.
And he walks you back through the park, back to the walkway where people are walking. How's Vicenta carrying herself as you go back?
I mean, she's definitely not haughty, but she's definitely like, I don't know, determined. Like,
You showing fangs? You showing sharp claws?
I mean, no, her mouth is closed. I mean, she's probably got her teeth clenched.
Mm-hmm.
She's so pissed off, and she's probably got her arms crossed.
Mm-hmm.
So, but she's probably got a very determined look on her face. But no, she's not like showing out like.
Right. He brings you back to what looks like another wall. And there's a gentleman sitting there in a very Victorian looking outfit. And he says, "Oh, Dante, yes, go ahead." And he nods and pushes on the wall. And he says, "I'll take you back. I'll escort you back. But I can't go with you. I don't have hardly any time that I can spend there. I've used it all coming to get you.
I understand.
But we can speak here. Both of you understand that." And he takes you through the swirling storms. Maybe a 10-minute walk, and you find yourselves back in that alley in the necropolis of New Orleans.
Sint is pissed.
Cassandra's very confused.
And Vicenta is, I'm sorry. I'll explain more when we get back, but we need to check on Claire.
Okay.
I promise you I'll explain more.
Okay.
Is it day or night or?
It's starting to be daybreak.
Okay.
The sun's rising.
Okay, so she's probably feeling a little bit safer. And a little bit unnerved about seeing the sun now that she knows she burnt up in it. Fucking piece of shit. Maldo. Ugh. Okay. See, I told you. This one lied to you. How could she lie to you? She put us in danger. She could have destroyed everything. How are you going to protect all these people if you listen to her?
And you discorporate through the door. Claire is still sitting there. She kind of smiles weakly as you both come in. And she's like, I'd like to go see my mom and dad. They live in the southern part of town. I think I'd like to go see them.
You know they can't see you, right?
Yeah, I figured. But I'd like to see them all the same.
What made you think of that?
I haven't seen him in a while. And old man's a drunk. Mom puts up with it. But they're still family, right?
Lucentis tells it, we'll take you. Can we have just a few minutes, and then we'll walk with you.
Okay.
Basically, she just kind of wants to get away from Claire because she doesn't think Claire needs to hear this. So I guess
Okay.
just take Cassandra by the elbow, lead her off somewhere.
All right, you're off.
Listen, Cassandra, whatever you do not, under no circumstances, tell this Maldo or anybody that bears the name that you heard your name.
Okay.
Give them a nickname, give them a false name, do not give them your actual name.
Okay.
If they learn your name, they will have power over you.
Oh, okay.
And trust me, they can do horrible, horrible things to you.
Okay. Well, can't you do something? You're a vampire.
I was a kindred, but that was then. This is now, and it's different. It's very different. It's different than what I remember.
Okay.
But seeing this from this side, I can tell you this: if they actually succeed in their plan, they won't live long to regret it.
Yeah. She's doing that laughs nervously. What the fuck?
Like that beat to me.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah. She goes, no. I know what they're thinking. They think that they will be able to have complete command of the Wraiths, but being on this, and I can see where they're coming from, but being on this side of it, no. They won't have the advantage. We will.
Okay.
And then she kind of stops for a minute. She goes, Oblivion will. Oh.
Okay.
Well, don't worry about that right now. I need to apologize to you.
For what?
You have to understand. When I was living, I had a very, very dear friend. And things are just so different than what I'm used to and what I remember. And I think that I may have been taking it out on you because you were so different than what she was. But we're not going to be able to accomplish what we need to accomplish if I'm being selfish. So, I'm sorry.
It's understandable. I mean, it's hard enough realizing you're dead, and it sounds like you've still got all the baggage from being alive or undead.
I don't know anymore.
Well, no hard feelings from me.
Thank you. That's very gracious of you. Fate's a cruel bitch, so.
True.
So let's go get Claire and we'll go show her the awful truth.
I'm worried this has something to do with her shadow.
It could, but I have no way of knowing.
Yeah,
And I don't want her to wander off on her own.
that's true.
Okay. So we're walking back to Claire?
No, we're there with Claire.
There with Claire.
We're
Okay.
about to leave
Yeah.
with
Okay.
her.
All right. So she escorts you through the streets. Doesn't always look familiar to her because, there's almost an overlay in the Shadowlands. Buildings that were torn down and
Yeah.
all that maybe in the Skinlands sometimes make their way into the Shadowlands.
While we're going, I'm going to casually keep an eye out for Pearl and Lincoln Fisher. Oh, no, those are the kids, right?
They are.
I'm looking for their parent, their mom.
Gotcha.
I'm just kind of casually looking around. I'm not, like, hunting them down. But I'm
All
like,
right.
oh, if I see her, I should probably remember that.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good.
Make a note of that. So, you all start to go to a poorer part of town, and it's a segregated part of town. And you arrive at a tar paper shack home, and Claire doesn't look like she really wants you to kind of go through the wall with her. She's kind of like, I appreciate you both walking me here. Do you mind if I just have a moment for me? I can find my way back. I've got to get used to this myself anyway, right?
Well, we can wait for you out here if you want a moment in private in there, but
Yeah, we have to protect you.
Oh. Okay. Well, if you don't mind just hanging out here.
Yeah, take your time.
Okay.
All right. She kind of takes a deep breath and walks through the front door. You're left, the two of you, in an area of town that... Cassandra, you're familiar with it, but, you haven't been here a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But, Vicenta, you have no idea where you are.
yeah.
And it's at this point, Monica,
Yeah.
you can give me
Uh-oh.
perception plus alertness. Difficulty 5.
That will be 6 dice, so I'll just take...
You'll just take the success. You notice on a pole that there is a flyer, wheat pasted up.
Wheat pasted?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I've never heard of that. They make like a paste out of some ground wheat or something?
It's basically flour. You put flour and water together, it'll make a paste.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I know that's not the point of what you're telling me, but...
Yeah. On the poster, it says, coming soon at the Star Theater, an evening with Marion and Keith Brock. And underneath it says, underneath Marion's name, it says, of the Fabulous Fishers. And there's like a charcoal drawing of like these two people performing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a little girl with them in the picture. But it doesn't look like Pearl.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's a drawing. You can't be sure.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to let them know.
Time passes. And rubbing her eyes, but coming out of the building is Claire. And she says, so, I've got to get her out of there. He's still an asshole. And she just kind of starts walking.
How'd it go?
About like I thought it would. You see people more like they are like this, though, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
What did you see?
My dad being abusive, drunk. Well, he's not even really my dad.
Oh.
He calls himself that. I mean, I've known him my whole life. I mean, you could tell my mom was raped by a white guy. But, you know, he stepped up. And I think that's why she stuck with him as long as she has. Fuck him. Let's just get out of here.
I have a stop to do on the way if y'all don't mind.
What do you need?
Remember those kids we met the other day?
Yeah.
I gotta tell them I may have a lead on their mom.
Like that? Jacinta probably did not see the poster.
I saw a poster that I think might be the mom who's remarried and in a different show. It mentioned the Fisher family.
Oh.
Or maybe I should go to the show first.
Well. I don't know. You can think on it.
Yeah.
I'll just from experience, sometimes it's better just to tell people up front what's going on.
True. Yeah, I might as well tell them I at least have a lead.
Okay, so you're going to look for them?
Mm-hmm.
Back in the area that they were in
Yeah.
Storyville?
Yeah.
Okay. So you look around for a while, and you don't really see them in that area, but you do recall that Lincoln had said that sometimes they go to a Presbyterian church.
Good, I wanted to talk to this dude. He sounds suspicious.
I actually wanted to talk to him too.
Yeah.
Okay. So you both go,
What's Claire?
and it's early in the morning.
Is Claire coming with us?
She kind of asks if she can go back to the library. She's just been killed, you know.
Yeah. She doesn't want to do
She's trying to
quests
process, and
shit.
she just saw her family.
And honestly, if she leaves or something, there's not much we can do.
Right.
That's true enough.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah.
We'll see you
Does
later.
do we walk her back, or is it on the way? Or
She says she'll be fine. She really, I think it's one of those things like she's trying to be polite, but you can tell that she's really wanting to be alone
Yeah.
to get her head around this
Okay.
stuff.
I don't mind her going alone then. It's fine.
I mean, I worry about it, but there's not anything I can do about it
Exactly,
without being an ass and being like, no.
yeah. Yeah.
So the church looks like it's just starting to open. You know, like he's this would be a Sunday. Wow. They all run together when you don't have to sleep. But sure enough, it is. And it looks like he's trying to, you know, get things ready for, you know, morning service and everything. You see a guy who's put his top hat down on the side of, you know, like one of those ornate cast concrete railings leading up to the church steps, you know, like a flat part there. He's like scratching the side of his big mutton chops.
It's Abraham Lincoln!
It looks a lot like Abraham Lincoln.
Jacinta doesn't know who Abraham Lincoln
No.
is. She doesn't know what a Presbyterian is because that happened after the Protestant Reformation.
And you can see him just kind of stretching, and he looks up to the sky and he's like, Lord, it's a hot one today, but I pray that the people can maybe get a little breeze for the service. I've got the windows open. You know, just a little cool. That'd be nice, Lord.
No, I don't have that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't have the weather one yet.
And he just continues to like sweep and, you know, get things ready. And then something strange happens. He looks at you both and kind of waves sheepishly, like he's a little afraid and not sure if he should be waving in public like that.
I'd probably wave back, just
Vicenta
as
will too, just
like,
because.
like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah. Nobody knows what's happening.
Yeah.
We're just.
And it's at this point that from behind you, a family comes walking forward. And he greets them. And he's like, well, the Johnsons, you are all here so early. Are y'all going to help me? I'm like, yeah, Pastor, we've got to help you get the tracks ready for passing out, right? We got a bunch of them copied for us, like you asked. And then it's at that point you kind of realize that that's who he was waving at.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, damn.
I'd be embarrassed if I weren't dead.
Vicenta just kind of looks at you like, oh, well.
And then you watch them go in the building. Then you feel a tug on your clothing.
We look down?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Lincoln and Pearl.
Hey,
Hey. What are you doing?
I was looking for you.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I know where your mom is.
You do?
I think so. I'm not positive, but I wanted to talk to y'all first.
Yeah. What? Where?
I saw a poster that said that she will be at the Star Theater, and she is in a show, with a guy called Brock.
They kind of look at each other. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
We know him.
You do? You don't sound very happy.
You don't.
No. He's her new husband.
Yeah.
And they got a new little girl.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
They lived in our old house for a while, and then they moved out.
Vicenta's gonna get down on their level, and she's gonna go, listen. I know it may seem like she's moved on, but I can promise you that your mother thinks about you both every single day. There is not a day that goes by that she does not think about you, and I promise you that she still loves you. She will always love you.
Just 1 second.
Roll for heartstrings being tugged.
Lincoln kind of, you can see him ball his fist, and he kind of shakes his head. You know.
Like nods
you.
or
Yeah,
okay.
like thank you, ma'am.
Aw.
And then Pearl goes, she never loved us. She hated us. She wanted us dead.
That's like,
She wanted the sympathy of us dying.
Ooh, Sixth Sense
What?
type shit.
what are you talking about? Why?
And then Lincoln looks at her, shut up. Shut up. Stop that.
She,
And
Did
she's
your
like, it's
mother
no,
hurt
it's
you?
no. The Star Theater, you say? Okay, thank you.
Lincoln, is
We're-
that true?
Yeah, miss, it's true. Thank you for helping us.
Well, we're gonna come too.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, we are.
No.
Yeah. We're the adults.
No! And they start to run.
Oh, we gotta chase them.
Just chase two little kids. They're gonna look like big assholes.
Get back here, you little shits.
Let us comfort you.
Be my baby!
We're adopting you.
Yes. Let us adopt you.
Come live in the
There's one
library
for
with
each
us.
of us.
Wholesome.
Vicenta's thinking, if this woman hurt her kids, I'm gonna wreck a bitch.
Yeah, and she might hurt the other kids, the new one, too.
Vicenta had kids.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
So are y'all pursuing them?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
for sure.
Give me Dex plus athletics.
What's the difficulty? And I don't have athletics.
6.
Okay.
I mean,
1 success.
okay.
I got 2.
Okay. Vicenta, you're trying to keep up, but they're little quick shits.
Yeah.
Pearl's kind of falling back, and Cassandra, you're keeping up with them,
Okay.
but they're starting to kind of break ahead of you.
Okay.
Do you want to keep pursuing them?
Yeah, I don't feel so good about what they're doing.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. All right, you can try to, D.
Same
Okay.
same roll?
Uh-huh.
It was Dex.
2 successes.
Okay.
I also got 2.
Okay. So, Cassandra manages to catch up. They are hitting kind of morning traffic on Bourbon Street. And it's, kind of hopping. And they're looking around kind of panicked. And they see a trolley car passing by real quick, and they jump on it.
Oh, you little shits.
For real.
All right.
Okay, let's
Give me
just...
another Dex plus Athletics.
What
You
if-
can jump on it, too, if you'd like.
What if we just try... We know where they're going. What if we try to head them off? Well, I don't know if we're going to be any faster than a trolley car. Fine. I guess I'll try and jump.
I'll do it too, and if I fail, I know where you're going.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
know where the name is. I may not know where it's at, but we'll see. I got a success.
I got 1 as well.
Okay, that's enough.
Cool.
You managed to both jump onto it.
Okay.
If you make a conscious effort not to slam through people, it's not going to hurt you as you pass through.
Okay.
As long as you're being careful about it, it's okay. But they're kind of back, and they're looking around, panicked, and they're just leave us alone.
We're not trying to
what are you
hurt
gonna do?
We're trying to help.
We don't know you. We don't know that.
You
I
do. You asked us
understand.
for help. We're helping.
Adults always lie.
Aw.
They say they're going to take care of you and do something to help you, and then the next morning you wake up and have oatmeal and there's rat poison in it.
Jesus Christ.
And you get sick, and your mom does fundraisers to help her children.
This is totally the Sixth Sense.
Vicenta is. You can tell Vicenta is pissed.
And then you make it better, and it's okay next time. And then you get used to the poison, and so she puts a little more in there, and then you don't wake up.
Jesus Christ.
Vicenta is just she goes, "What do you want us to do with your mother?"
Kill her.
Oh my.
You got it.
Oh my. Vicenta!
Kill her so she can't hurt Helen.
Oh, I agree
And
with that.
and
Deal.
Pearl goes, "No, Lincoln, no. No, that's not right. That's still our mother. She's awful, but that's not right. We just need to turn her into the police. We just need to
Yeah.
get evidence.
Yeah.
That's not right." He's like, "I don't care. She needs to die."
Jesus Christ.
Vicenta's with Lincoln on this one, but She may recognize
She
that Pearl
killed
is
us,
speaking.
Pearl. She killed us. She poisoned us and killed us. I'm your big brother, and I'm supposed to watch out for you. And I said I would. She's like, you're only my big brother by 2 minutes, Lincoln.
Can Vicenta hug him? Because she's like, got her heart ripped out right now.
You can approach them if you want to try that.
Yeah, she's going to try to. And she's going to try to not run up on him.
Yeah.
So she'll approach kind of slow, and she gets down on their level, and she goes, I am so sorry for what happened to you. Absolutely none of it was your fault, and you didn't deserve it.
No. But it's too late now, isn't it? And we can stop it from happening to someone else.
And that's what we'll do. You tell us how you want it handled.
I want her to die. And Pearl's like, no, Lincoln. No, we're just going to scare her.
I think we need to find some sort of evidence.
We'll keep talking to Helen. It's like, that's why she moved, Pearl. Because Helen told her that she had imaginary friends named Lincoln and Pearl.
You talked to the daughter?
Yeah, she likes us. She thinks we're playing with her. We're imaginary friends to her.
Is
But
she
we're going to
nice?
tell her what her mom did.
No, don't do that. It's not fair to Helen to be burdened with that. If we're gonna do this, we need to do it the right way.
You need to let the adults handle this right now.
Well, they could help.
I'm not saying they can't help.
Oh,
but
okay.
If you tell Helen,
Yes.
she's just a child.
She doesn't
she's
know as
not
much
gonna-
as we do.
Exactly.
All four of us.
She's a monster. She likes everybody to get the sympathy and believe that everything she does is so good. She just likes the attention.
I'm so sorry. That's horrible.
Vicenta's sitting there thinking, I can give her attention. Ella Messina may need a snack.
You guys don't need to help us. We don't know. You might tell her. You can't trust adults. They always hurt you.
I don't want to tell her I hate her. She sounds like a bitch.
She said the B word.
Adults can say the
She
B word.
is a-
It's okay.
She is bitch.
You
Yeah,
can
that's
say it,
okay.
too. It's okay.
She is. Fucking bitch.
Oh! Yeah, that's right.
Then Vicenta's like, oh, I'm not supposed to teach little kids.
Pearl's kind of
swear.
looking embarrassed about all this. Like she doesn't really like where this conversation's going.
I think
She's still our mom.
I know that. That's why I think we need
Oh.
to think of Helen first. We need to think of what will help her the most, and what will help her the most right now is getting her away from your mom. And I think your mom going to jail might be the best, because then Helen can still have her dad, and then maybe you can still visit Helen.
How are we going to prove she did it?
I don't know. Maybe she's trying to do it to Helen too. We could find the rat poison or something. I don't know.
We've tried.
You have?
What did you try exactly?
We tried to move the can and make people see it. People
Oh, I can move the
people can't
can.
hear us. Mr. Casey can hear us.
I mean, I can. Get
Did
the
you tell
can.
Mr. Casey?
Not yet. We've only been talking a day or two. I didn't really know that he could see us, but
Maybe he can
he
help.
seems nice. We talked for a long time.
Maybe he can help.
I mean, in all honesty, I can just go pick up the can.
Yeah, I can barely nudge the can. So that was my only idea anyway.
No, I can pick it up.
Cool.
Like, I can waltz in there.
So what would we do with it then?
Now that I have no fucking
Yeah.
clue. I don't know that I would-
We need somebody alive to help us.
Well, maybe we should ask Mr. Casey. Do you think I mean, he's got to be nice if he works in a church, right?
He seems nice. Talks to himself a lot. Or to God, I guess. But he's nice.
Well, I think if he talks to God, maybe he's a pretty okay dude. I don't say dude, that's not the right time here. But I think we should. It might be worth a shot asking if he can help.
They kind of look at each other like they're not sure if they can trust you still.
Yeah.
You know, the adult closest in their life did something just so devastating to them.
Yeah.
Oh, Vicenta also looks dead, doesn't she?
Yeah.
You can spend a willpower to turn it
Well,
off.
she's got fangs and freaking talons. I don't know if that's gonna.
Yeah. It'll
This big
help
old fang
far
talon
away.
bitch was like, "Yeah, let's kill your mom." Maybe it's not the best approach.
Maybe not.
Alright, what do we say, gang? Are we gonna go ask Mr. Casey?
Yeah, let's go ask Mr. Casey.
Okay.
Okay, but we'll have to do it after church.
Okay.
Well, how long is mass? It can't be that long.
What's mass?
Vicenta's like clutching the
Excuse me.
pearls. The sacraments?
No, they just have their service.
What's that?
They sing and they dance and they pray, read the Bible. You can go look. We'll show you.
She wants to. She's like, okay. She wants to go look.
Yeah.
Alright, sure. Let's go.
And so you go to church. The first time in a while, maybe for both of you.
Yeah, probably.
Vicenta feels strangely guilty, like extremely guilty. Like, she doesn't remember what she feels guilty about, but she feels like she did something really, really bad the last time she was in church.
Well, this church is different. Number one, no one's got rosaries. Number two, there's no giant crucifix in the front of the vestibule. The guy's just wearing a suit like you've seen on the street all too often. He's just up there preaching, and he's doing it in English.
She is so confused.
And people are nodding and saying, "That's right, amen. Praise God."
She's like, why are they interrupting the priest?
They're being enthusiastic.
And then they get up, start clapping and dancing and singing. These aren't the solemn songs of sacrament that you've heard.
This little light of mine,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let it shine. Meanwhile, we're with the two murdered children and a vampire and another murder victim.
Yes.
And in an hour or so, the service is over. And it lets out. And they all go out to the back of the church. There's a spread of food. And they're all eating it, laughing and joking. About another hour and a half goes by. And Mr. Casey lets everybody out. Locks the church up. Sighs real big. Then says, "I see you brought friends."
Awkward.
I mean you no harm. He's kind of, you see he's kind of sweating a little bit.
Is he talking to us? He doesn't mean
Yeah.
no harm?
I hope you don't mean any for me either.
Oh, not for you.
No.
Well,
Not
for
you.
these children with you, I've grown quite fond of them.
They need your help.
So they've said. What can I do for you?
We need you to help us convict their mother of murder.
Straight to the point.
Yeah.
Lincoln, Pearl, is that true? And they kind of nod sheepishly. Yes, sir. She's the one that did this to us. Well, now, I knew you'd said that you and your mother weren't close, but this is big news. Now, you didn't. You did the right thing. You got some adults, I suppose, in a fashion.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm an adult.
I think he's talking about what you are,
Okay.
not
that
who
doesn't
you
change
are.
what she says.
No offense, ma'am. This is kind of all new to me. You have to understand.
Well, young man, I've been an adult way longer than you.
Yes, ma'am. I see that. Well,
Are there any mirrors?
do
in
you
here?
sit down? Are you able to sit? If so, I certainly need to sit. Boy, do I ever.
You can take a seat, sure. Are there mirrors in here? That's out of
Yes.
Vicenta, whenever her reflection appears, it's her, like, fangs out, totally bloody, looking dead. Only in the reflection, but everyone can see it. If they look.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
Vicenta would not be looking at herself in the mirror.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Mr. Casey just sits on down. But Lincoln and Pearl kind of look at each other nervously and then look back at her.
At who?
At Vicenta.
Oh. So, yeah.
And Lincoln kind of smiles at that after the initial shock.
He's like, oh, this bitch, she's gonna help me out here.
Nonetheless, they kind of stay a little bit further away from you now. And he says, excuse me, it's rude to not introduce yourself. I'm Reverend Casey, Erasmus Casey.
What an interesting name.
Yeah, my father was big into the, ancient Greek philosophy and all that. I think it comes from that.
That's where my name comes from, too. I'm Cassandra.
Oh. Well, maybe this is fortune smiling on us, huh, Cassandra?
Sure.
You have to forgive me. I'm, like I said, I'm not used to this.
When did you start seeing these two? Have you seen anyone else?
Maybe I have been my whole life and didn't know it. I don't know.
It's disorienting, isn't it?
When you learn that, yes, ma'am.
I was like you when I was young.
Really?
Yes.
Touched by God, I guess.
Perhaps.
Well, yes, ma'am. So, Lincoln, Pearl, you say your mom did this to you? And they kind of, yes, sir. Yes. we wanted to tell you, but we, wanted to let you know we weren't bad. We didn't. We don't want to be bad. He's
You
like,
aren't bad.
well, it's not your fault, son. If this happened, Pearl, it's not your fault. But do you have any proof that she did it? We know she did. Well, yeah, I understand, but you have to understand where I'm coming from. If I go to the police and tell them that the ghost of 2 children,
Well, can't you just tell them God spoke to you? Make it real vague.
maybe I could try. I could try.
The only other option is... Well, here's the thing. We're concerned about her new daughter. That she may be in danger.
Oh, yeah, it's our half sister Helen. She's 2 right now, and we see her and we tell her that we're friends, but she started talking, and she says our names, and our mom gets scared, and we tried to get their attention, and they moved houses, and you kind of get their attention. Well, okay, Lincoln, okay, Pearl, I can talk to somebody. I've got some friends that are police that come to the church. I can talk to them and tell them that maybe there's some kind of revelation or something.
Or an anonymous tip, even.
Yeah, I'll try. I can't promise anything, but I'll try, okay? And they kind of seem a little better at that.
Oh, good.
Not happy, but, okay with it.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Casey, if you say so, I believe you. He's like, well, now, Lincoln Pearl, just so you know, my friends, they call me Razzie. And he kind of smiles. It's like, you can call me that too if you want. And they kind of smile. And they're like, all right, Razzie, Mr. Razzie. He kind of sighs and he looks at you too and he says, I'll do what I can, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. If you need any extra assistance, you can let us know. We'll come back by and check on the progress.
Okay. All right. Well, and do I write you a letter? Oh, never mind. You look real confused about that. I'm sure you'll be in touch if you need me. Okay. All right. Do you folks mind if I have a moment with just Lincoln and Pearl?
Why?
I'd just like to talk to them about something we talked about earlier, and they didn't want to. They said it was a secret.
Okay. That's fine with me.
And Lincoln's like, "Oh no, that's okay. We don't have to talk about that right now. You've been a big help."
Was he like?
And he kind of looks at the two of you like, "I'm gonna do the right thing." Kind of like,
What do you mean?
"It's okay."
Oh.
He's like, "All right then, maybe some other day." And Pearl's like, "Hope not."
I'm so confused.
So they looked back at you.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that they talked to you about with him is they wanted to tell him that this is what the afterlife
Hush.
is.
Hush.
That there's nothing after it.
Oh, that's right.
And they were working up the courage to do that.
Oh.
Oh, well, Vicenta. I mean, this.
Yeah,
Stop.
you talked to him about
Quiet.
it, but yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Because Vicenta told him, well, that's not that's not strictly true.
Right.
There's other stuff. You just haven't seen it.
Right.
So, okay, that's right. So, I mean,
So yeah. So they're like, well, Mr. Casey, we're gonna go now. We're gonna go see where our mother is. Miss Cassandra told us we're gonna go look at her, and if we see anything, we'll let you know. Okay?
I'll allow it. That's fine with me, I think.
And he's like, all right then. And they're just gone.
oh wow.
Oh, they're gone? They're just, you
Well, they walk through the
okay.
wall and they're out.
Okay. I guess we'll just.
And he seems like he's not looking at you anymore.
Oh.
Like he's not aware of your presence anymore.
Oh, let's watch him
Oh.
a little bit.
Like he's like looking around, and it's like he's not 100% sure, but it's like whatever connection is there is not. If that makes sense.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's
like
something with the kids.
It's like he's had contact with them and he's looked for them, and it's more of an anchor,
Oh.
and you're just newly met.
Okay.
Gotcha. Oh. Oh, got you.
Maybe you do. I don't know. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that they are attuned to him.
That might be accurate then. Yep.
I wonder. I mean, because we said that we were going to come back to him, and if it's a situation where we need help, and the kids are not with us, then we're going to have a hard time. I may try to spend a willpower and attune to him so that we can get in touch with him more easily.
Okay.
Do I have to use like an Arconi or whatever? to do that?
Hold on one second.
Embody.
So attunement is more about repeatedly applying an arcanoid to a certain subject.
Yeah.
You can spend a willpower. It costs 5 willpower over time
Yeah.
to attune to him.
Yeah.
And so you could spend it, if you would like to do it, you could spend the first one now.
Yeah. I will do so.
Okay.
And let me write this down somewhere.
Yeah, the most common. Do you have embody?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I thought
I
you
have
did.
a lot of embody.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's the ability that you're doing in embody?
I'm gonna whisper to him.
Gotcha. So, yeah, I get you. Okay.
Let me. mark
So
off
just
this.
saying what you've been saying, since he's, letting him know you're still there, since he's not.
Yes.
Yeah, I get you. Okay.
Sorry, I gotta get back to my page here. Whispers is 1 pathos,
It's fine.
and it is charisma plus embody.
Okay.
What's the shroud level?
Shroud level is 6 here.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, no, it's 7.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. I got 4 successes.
Oh wow, yeah. So he can hear you, loud and clear.
We're still here, but we'll be leaving. We'll be buying a couple of days to check in.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, didn't mean to scare you.
It's all right. It's all right. It's interesting. It's just interesting. Okay then. Farewell. And he is kind of watching, looking around, see if he sees anything, but, he's not looking at you.
Yeah. I guess I'll just leave him alone for now. So.
Okay. All right, where to next?
To the star?
Yeah, maybe. 'Cause we might see something.
That's where they're headed, right?
Well, we don't know where they're heading, do we?
I thought
Never mind.
I thought she said they were gonna go look at her.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
maybe they did. They did. You're right. So yeah. Let's go look at her too. Let's go look at this bitch.
Yeah, mainly to make sure they're not gonna do something.
Gotcha.
Even though I trust them pretty much now. I think we're on the same page, but yeah, I just kind of want to see what they do too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you make your way to the theater, and it's early on a Sunday morning. There's nobody there. But you do see Lincoln and Pearl kind of looking at the place, going around it. And they see you, and they're like, we're going to wait till she comes here. I don't know when that'll be, but she usually practiced on Sunday evenings. I bet she still got that habit.
Okay. What are you gonna do when you see her?
Watch her. See if she does anything to Helen.
Okay. Do you want us to wait with you?
No, thank you, though.
Okay.
I think we're okay. Thank you for helping with that.
Yeah.
It was really nice of you. Appreciate it.
Of course. We'll get it sorted out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. Daisy. So yeah, they're just kind of there, and you can wait with them if you want.
No,
Or
they didn't want us to.
Yeah, they were kind of like, no, bugger off. So.
I guess we should see if Claire made it home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely should do that.
Okay. All right. So you go back to where you were, and Monica, you, as you're walking back, you feel a twinge. Like some of your fetters are near.
Oh?
And you can hear familiar voices coming from the French Quarter area as you're walking back. A male voice and a female voice. And they're shouting something very rhythmically.
What are they shouting?
Remember her name. There are more to follow. Remember her name.
Do they say the
We
name?
need justice in this town. Cassandra Sinclair.
Yay!
Remember her name.
I just stop and I stare.
And
will
you can
stop
see
with
on the
you.
corner of the street, passing out flyers, are on their only day off.
Oh.
Derek Calhoun and Jacqueline Mott.
Oh. Oh my god.
Man, that is sweet as shit.
Yeah.
They're like, justice for Cassandra. Justice for the young lady who was killed last night in Storyville.
I want to try and do a whisper. Page 160.
Now, this will be harder because it's the middle of the day in a very heavily populated area.
I know. I just want to try and say thank you to one of them.
Okay. And it's not
That's
that
all.
they'll be sure that it was you who said it. You know what I mean?
I know.
Okay.
But I mean,
Yeah.
there's not much else I can do.
Sure.
Besides, like, weirdness and, like, move something.
Right.
So. Unless.
And, people are mostly passing them by. Occasionally somebody will grab one, look at it, throw it on the ground.
Ah, you shits.
For real. Asshole.
But you know what most people do.
Push or
And it looks like a desperate campaign of two people. And then you
That's so
notice that
sweet, though.
at some point, Derek and her kind of cut eyes at each other.
Oh, no.
I figured. I knew it when you said it was male or female.
Oh.
But
I
not
don't even know if Cassandra
not like they're
gives
like
a shit.
in love, but just
Yeah.
kind of, like they're bonding over, coming
Okay.
together over trying
I mean,
to...
I had
trauma
dumped him,
bonding.
Yep.
so that's okay. It's a little bittersweet. But I mean, I'm dead. And actually, I'm kind of like, all right, then you be good to him. Good to her, Derek. I know you can be an ass, and she's a sweetheart. One
This is just trying-
pathos. What?
Since just trying to decide if she needs to be offended for you. She may not even remember why, but she's like, I feel like I've seen this somewhere before. I feel like I should be offended, and I don't know why.
Okay, my pathos. Is this one that I colored in, or that I... What does my sheet have for my pathos?
Your pathos. Oh, I think you just erase it like you do like the blood.
Yeah, you do.
points.
Just the cross. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so the...
Yeah.
okay,
You
cool.
should be
Just
down
making
to 8
sure.
now. Yeah.
I'm down to 6 now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You've spent some.
Yeah, I spend that, and I have to roll charisma plus embody.
And y'all don't forget about your shadow stuff. I know it's been
I
a
was
while.
just about to say something.
Oh, okay.
Can you believe that? Now you know he's gonna turn around and be such a dick to her. You're gonna have to stop him.
What happens with a 1?
It takes away from successes.
I got a 10.
So 10 gives you 2 successes.
Oh, I got more successes last time, so I only have 1.
Okay.
And I would probably whisper to Jacqueline, because I'm a little more close with her.
Hmm.
And I would just say thank you.
And she turns around to say, "Oh, you're welcome," and doesn't realize anyone's there. Sees that no one's there, and is just like,
Aww.
just kind of confused, and then just keeps going about what she's doing.
Aww.
Monica,
Yes.
you don't have that. Wouldn't fulfill your passions at this point. It is a very uplifting moment.
Mm-hmm.
But-
Yeah, it doesn't really fit my passions.
No, it doesn't.
Just looking out for them. Like, if
Mhm.
someone fucking robbed them or
Yeah.
some shit, I'd go chase them down.
Yeah. However, Vicenta gets a point of pathos back. Had you spend any?
Sweet.
Because you are witnessing what you feel is love.
Oh.
Aww.
And they're trying to find out her ultimate fate too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Soak that shit in.
It's tangible in the air, and you feel yourself be revitalized by what these two people are doing. But it seems like it's also a campaign to bring justice, and that, as one of the flyers blows down the street and passes by your feet, you both can read it. And it's basically, it outlines, and it does definitely focus on Cassandra, but it does also list other names, and the nature of the killing, is listed. And that this is a pattern. It must be stopped. Justice for Cassandra, justice for these women.
Does it have anything that I didn't know before?
It's a good question.
Yeah, that's what I would like to see, because surely I didn't know much about it before I died, and I only know of one after.
Yes.
So I want to. I mean, it says I can, with Wraith Grasp, I can pick it up, but I don't know if I can, like, carry it. Let me double check. Because I would like to take that home with me
Uh-huh.
and study it. Or maybe I can just memorize it. This is the wrong one. 200, wrong page. Push or lift inanimate objects in the skin lands. So no, not really. Okay, I just want to try and I want to read it and see if there's anything that stands out.
Okay. Yes, you find out that there are 5 at this point,
Jesus.
What?
counting you.
Were they all after me or
2 are before you.
okay.
There was a Susan Greer and a Rachel Adams.
Okay. Does it say
Then you,
okay.
and then a Martina Riojas.
Martina Riojas.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then Clara?
And then, yeah, Claire.
Claire. Sorry. Does it say where these happened?
No,
Okay.
it's just remember their names.
Okay.
Is what it says. Remember her name, and then underneath your name is remember their names.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh, Derek. Why couldn't you care about me this much when I was alive? She probably says that out loud, like
Yeah.
a little chuckle. Like, she's not that mad because they had good times together, but it's a little chuckle to herself, and she is happy. She's, like, actually probably pretty stunned that they're doing this, but it just has completely touched her, and she just can't stop looking at them, basically. She doesn't want to leave.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I could slumber in them. That's weird.
Ooh, that's true.
You crawl up their buttholes, by the way.
I love you too.
I looked it up. It's in the book. No, I'm joking.
Slumbering doesn't give you pathos back, does it? It does?
No. Sorry, no.
Isn't it just corpus?
It's just
and
corpus.
Not
Yeah.
willpower?
It'll at least give you a point because it's like in Vampire. When you sleep, you get...
I don't
You
need
get one
to
back.
right now, but that was...
We're going to say it does
Wholesome.
for the purposes of game.
Yeah. Nah, I don't want to slumber. I just want to stay and watch them.
Okay.
And I'll probably tell it to Vicenta, like, if you want to go home, that's okay. I just feel like that's my best friend. Her name is Jacqueline, and I start talking about him and, like, saying all this stuff and how she's so sweet and he's an asshole, but, you know, I love him, and I haven't seen him in a while, so I'm just astounded.
Well, the Cinta will be like, oh, okay. And she's kind of like getting a little misty eyed when you're talking about your best friend.
Aww.
So she'll let you. She'll just be like, okay, will you get back okay?
Yeah, I'll be alright. Come find me if something's wrong with Claire or if she's gone or anything. You'll know where I'll be.
Yeah, we'll do.
Okay.
I'm just going to head back.
Okay. I'm going to do something for you, Monica, because I feel like it's appropriate.
What?
I'm going to be your shadow for a second.
What the fuck?
You know, cemetery is on the way back.
Cemetery?
Where Ella Messina is. But you wouldn't want to go there.
Oh, you're talking about her shadow.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought you meant
Yeah,
me.
I'm playing.
You're playing the perfectionist.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
The sense is just like, I can't go back there right now. I have to figure out what to do.
You're right. You're right. That wouldn't be the right thing to do in this situation. You might learn something that you don't want to know.
I've already learned a lot of things I don't want to know, so.
Yeah, you might learn it while they're asleep and can't do anything.
Oh, damn it.
Good job, babe.
Wouldn't want that.
Ah.
All right, it's back to you, Monica. Cheers again.
Oh, me being the shadow?
Yeah.
I'd rather leave it just like that. Oh, or you could just go home, back to Claire, back to that nasty old library. But, like you said, you already learned a lot. You probably don't want to learn any more.
Damn it. She makes a U-turn. Starts heading toward the cemetery. Because it is daytime, and they probably can't do anything. So,
Yeah.
unless they got that one thing.
What one thing?
There's an alarm that can go off.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wouldn't know about that.
Jacinta does, because she was learning the thing.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm just being an asshole.
Oh.
What alarm?
If-
What do you mean?
It's a Ghostbuster alarm.
Yes.
Oh. So you can't... How does that work exactly?
It wakes them up. Like, it's a skull that screams.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Mhm.
So, I mean, but then again... I don't know. She can... You know what? She's just gonna have to take that risk. And she probably isn't thinking about that alarm anyway.
Okay.
So...
So you go down to the crypt through the mausoleum wall. You going down?
Mm-hmm.
Down, down, down.
I'm gonna take over. How do I try?
You spend a point of angst.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
All right.
Was
And
I not
so-
supposed to say anything?
No, you
Okay,
you tell
'cause
me.
I don't know how
you
to
tell
do
me.
it.
Yeah, you tell me you do.
Okay.
And so Vicinta is going to roll her unspent willpower.
Uh-huh.
So if you've spent any, you don't count it. You know, your temporary or whatever, your willpower
Can I
dots.
use my Eldalon or whatever?
Eidolon, yeah, you do get that.
Okay. Do you
And-
use all the dots in it?
We'll have to look it up.
Okay.
I looked it up earlier. It's you get like you get that many dice to use against me for the whole session, I think. Let me double check.
Okay.
So you could use them all. Or let me check if they let you do that. Because I looked it up before the game too.
We're going to pause while we do a rule search.
I've got 4, 5. Okay, I'm just gonna use 2,
Okay.
and I've got 1 left.
Okay. So what's your pool total?
Hang on 2 seconds. He texts me.
Oh, no problem. And then, Monica, your pool total will be your unspent temporary angst. You're looking difficulty 6 for both of you.
Okay. I got 3 successes.
Okay.
Do you announce it?
Yeah.
What happens?
Yeah, well, you feel like your shadow tries to well up, but you feel like you can push it down.
Grrr.
Not yet.
I was just gonna kill them all though. I don't know how I would have done that, but I was like, ooh.
You drag his ass out into the sun.
Yeah.
Poetic justice, bitch.
Come around a corner, and there are 2 sealed coffins sitting in this area.
I can
And
tell which one's Elamacina, can't I? Since she's a feather.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
I guess. You know what? I'll do what I'm gonna do to his coffin before I leave.
Pee on it.
Okay.
I can't pee.
Oh, yeah. Weirdness. Pee.
I just want to look around real quick,
Okay.
see if there's anything I would like to see.
Well, all your fetters are down here.
Ah, shit, my life.
You feel one calling from that box, that coffin.
Mm-hmm.
You feel, since you're close enough, the draw of 2 others further down in this area, like out of this main room, down a long hall.
I'm gonna go search for them and see what. Do I know what they are? I don't know what they are, do I?
Not yet.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go look and see.
You enter into a room and there's a ton of old journals. Very old. Decaying. Very much worse for the wear,
Oh,
but
man.
somehow familiar. On a shelf, holding the books up, is a head. A stone head
She is
of a gargoyle.
starting. She's probably starting to wig out. Does she even know why she's wigging out? Probably not. I don't know.
We could just be with him if we just give up. It would be so easy, so simple. What you wanted all those years, we could have it. But why? Why do we keep going? What's the point?
She wants to touch it. She wants to touch the head.
You feel drawn to it. You feel like you could rest in it, that it would offer you safety.
Forever. Finally.
A memory of a life that was taken from you too soon.
You waited so long, and you didn't get what you wanted, what you deserved. It's time to be with him again.
She's just gonna lean towards the head and ask, "What happened to you?" I mean, I know she's not gonna get a response, but
You fell to earth.
Oh, fuck! Maybe that could be the shadow, actually. Saying that.
who was that? Do I know? Do
Is
I
that
know
Maldo?
You've heard the voice once before.
It's fucking Maldo.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Maldo?
She's just gonna act like she's gonna try to not act like oh shit shocked. She's just gonna be like, oh.
Oh, hello.
Thought I felt you. You woke me up.
So sorry. She's not looking at him. She's just looking at the statue when she says so sorry. But she's not being a smartass about it.
You like
and
that?
she is speaking Venetian, by the way.
You like that,
So
huh?
it's interesting. But then she turns around and looks at him and she goes, "But you're interesting too."
Am I now?
Yes, I don't know why. But I find you very interesting.
Caleb. Wait, that's not one of your passions. I need to not do that.
So she kind of walks over to him and she goes, "Stand still."
What?
Stand still.
Why would I listen to what you have to say?
Because what I'm trying to do is going to help you. And she's going to spend a willpower. And she's going to, I guess, I know he can see her, but I guess she's going to have to do life and death, maybe?
Okay.
Because she's trying to attune to him, too.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Because that also helps her. But she ain't going to tell him that. Life and death, life and death.
I got it here.
Okay, 2 pathos. Damn. Okay. I'm gonna have to go find some lively people at some point. Manipulation plus embody. 3, 4. And 2 manipulation. And if it goes off, it goes off. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Because I ain't spending no more willpower. I gotta gain some.
Mm-hmm.
What's the shroud level?
4.
Okay, 1 success.
Okay.
So she's doing life and death.
So you appear as a corporeal being.
Yeah, right in front of him. And she probably had her hands around his face, maybe not touching him. And she goes, much better.
Does she still look dead if she's doing that?
Mm-hmm.
You can spend a willpower
I ain't
to not.
spending no more willpower.
Okay, so you look dead. You don't look as scary as you did in the mirror, but you look faintly dead, not majorly.
Yeah, well, that's fine. She probably just looks like a vampire with blush of life off.
Yeah.
So I ain't really worried about that.
Cool.
She's like, thank you. That will make it much easier.
He's just watching you. Kind of a smirk on his face.
So tell me about you, Maldo. She kind of boops him on the nose. Not like mean, but just kind of like a playful tap on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just kind of circling around.
You know, I'm weird.
What?
I'm weird as far as it goes with Giovanni.
How's that?
I don't like my relatives putting the moves on me.
And she just kind of raises an eyebrow, like, that's not what I was doing. She was like...
I also believe that your kind, and he boops you on the nose,
Mm-hmm.
are useful and need to be understood. And I also know from all of those, longboat ride, had a lot of time to read, really take that in, that you're a pretty ambitious person. And that when you get like this, it usually means something bad for folks. Usually you coming in, throwing your weight around, that's who you are, Vicenta.
You would know better than me. I don't remember.
Sure you don't. You don't like me very much, I know that.
No, I don't. that you're interesting. I don't have to like you for you to be interesting.
And how am I interesting to you?
You're different.
We're all different.
No. But you're different. You're a different kind of Giovanni. Evolutionary marvel, if you will.
Evolutionarily speaking, I'm the same as you. We have the same sire.
Ah, but there's something different.
You're right. There is. And with that, damn it.
What?
He's going to try to make you, he's going to try to control you again. What?
I knew it was going to happen.
Yep. All right, willpower.
Do I want to resist?
I don't know. Do you?
I don't know. I'm trying to throw him off his game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that if she was like, I think she's just gonna. But what if he tells me to destroy one of my fetters? Actually, yeah, I will. I will try to. Yeah. Let me.
Okay.
Is it your full willpower or just what you have?
What you have?
Okay. Damn it. La, 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 la. Not gonna win this one. Oh, 4.
Cool. You tie, but because he's acting player, you'll kind of like it. It's not like he has control over you, but you feel compelled to do what he says.
Yes.
You know, you're not like out like hostile. Fuck you, don't have control of me. But it's just kind of, you know. He's like, I want you to stop circling me and look at me.
I guess she'll do it.
You're in an interesting position here, Vicenta. Think about it. You're a Giovanni on the other side who can communicate things to other Giovanni. We can get Ella Messina a seat at the table again. They won't try to kill her. Do you know about that? She's Cappadocian in their eyes.
Are you Cappadocian in their eyes?
Yeah, I am. That's why I'm in America. But I saw something in her. There's an old spark. She's not much left in this world. She's rotting. But she knows things. She knows things the other Giovanni don't. And it's all about helping the family.
Is he full of shit? Can I roll for bullshit?
Yeah.
Okay. What do I roll?
Give me perception plus awareness.
Okay. What's the difficulty?
5. How many dice you roll?
3. 4. 4 dice, 3 successes.
Okay. He seems really sincere, actually. He's looking you in the eyes and telling you this.
She goes, I don't know everything. I don't know much of anything right now. I do know that I want to believe what you're saying.
Look, if I didn't have Ella Messina Giovanni's best interest in mind, I would have had a million chances to take her life. No question. She doesn't understand the modern world. She hid under those streets for 200 years.
They don't ever think to look down.
They don't. She says that all the time.
She just kind of shakes her head like she was like lost in a thought or something and shook it out. Like she didn't actually mean to say that.
Yeah. But look, your whole life, you've dealt with spirits, and now you are one. How much can we learn from you? Look, we got off on the wrong foot the other day. That's my fault. I'm to blame for that. And I'll take that, okay? I don't want to subjugate another Giovanni,
What
living or
Giovanni,
dead.
What Giovanni did you have to subjugate?
I mean, I don't want to do that to another one of our family, living or dead. That's what I'm getting at.
Then why did he kill us?
She's not acknowledging that, but she's like, you ain't being up and up with me. But then again, she also knows that they said, you think she'll resent us when she finds out. So she may not believe that Elmasina didn't know.
Hmm.
I know Dante's saying that she didn't know.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that she told him the truth or he knows the truth.
Yeah.
Look, I got to get back in El Messina's graces anyway. There was an accident on the way over. I feel terrible about it.
What accident?
Well, you were in torpor. And
Was I?
one of the deckhands opened your box during the day.
Oh,
It was unfortunate. Yeah, it was really bad. It was really bad.
she's grinning when she's saying this stuff too. Like she probably looks a bit unhinged. She's just throwing shit out to see what sticks. Like,
Yeah. Well, look. It's awful. But it just shows how strong a spirit you are. The fact that you made it back. I think that's a testament to your will.
you wanna know?
Ella Messina, I don't agree how she handled you. She was trying to keep you safe and thought just barely keeping you alive in torpor, just feeding you enough blood to kind of keep you sustained until a time was right. I don't know if I agreed with that, but she had her own reasons.
Oh, probably because of the persecution. Vicenta would have been persecuted too. But Vicenta ain't saying that. She's just mulling that over.
Yeah.
She's just looking at him like in rapt fascination. Like she's like hanging on his every word. Like, even though she really wants to rip his throat out. But she's just trying to.
But I just hope you understand. Ella Messina taught me through it, the ways that I was brought up as a Giovanni in my day was that ghosts are tools. And Ella Messina taught me that too, I have to admit. But she said family's different. And I'm trying to get that, okay?
And she just kind of nods at him, and she said, oh, "I'm trying to think of how she's gonna word this next part." She goes, I never had to compel a shade. Maybe once, maybe twice, to prove I could.
Well, maybe you can teach me that, I mean, hey,
I'm trying to at this very moment.
how am I doing?
Listen. Shh, little brother. And she kind of puts her finger on his lips when she says shh. She goes, the key is, you do remember that family is family. Family drives on certain, how shall you say, passions. For Giovanni, we have a sense of duty. We love our family. There is nothing above the family.
Damn straight.
She goes, it's almost an obsession, wouldn't you say? Everyone serves the family. So here is what you do. You portray these emotions. You dig down deep in that dead, atrophied heart. And she's kind of pushing her finger on his chest. And you project those emotions. You make them feel. And she kind of has his head in her hands. And she's like pulling it close up to her face. You make them feel those emotions.
Oh.
And then you don't even have to compel them.
Oh, you mean feed you?
Exactly.
You hungry, huh? Hey, I can relate.
I know you can. How does it feel with that thing inside your gut gnawing its way out?
I feel like I got to deal with it in its own way. You know.
You want to know?
Here. Here you go. Hold on. I'll marinate some up for you. Duty, honor. Oh, feel it. Feel it. Do you?
Is he full of shit?
You
She don't feel it, does
shit.
she?
No.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, you'll need lots of practice."
You're right. But you know what? This don't beat. We're not so different, you and I.
You have to remember, I wasn't human. I wasn't mortal. I'm not an average Wraith. And can she discorporate at that point?
Yeah.
Yep, she's going to.
You just kind of... Oh. Going back to bed. Don't come down here unannounced anymore, please.
Hang on, I gotta pull something up.
Mm-hmm.
Crap. She goes, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down into it. And she just kind of chuckles. And she leaves. He's probably like confused as fuck as to what she just said. So, and as she's leaving, she'll call her down. I'll announce next time.
Thank you. And now, something I want you to notice as you're leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Give me wits plus alertness.
Oh God.
Difficulty's 5.
Okay. 2.
That'll work. He's not getting in the coffin next to El Messina. He's getting into something in the back to go back to sleep. What's the other coffin? We'll find out maybe next time we play.
Holy fuck. Okay, yeah. He hadn't studied his Bible very much, has he?
He didn't appear to be fazed by that,
Okay.
no.
Okay, because that, just so everybody else knows, that is from the book of Job,
Mm-hmm.
that particular verse. And it is what Satan says when him and all the angels have to come to God to give an account. And God asks what he's been doing. And that is the answer that Satan gives. Which basically translates to, I go and do whatever the fuck I want.
Hell yeah!
So if Monica needs to get a little angst from that, it was very much a fuck you.
Okay. Yeah, I would. Go ahead, Monica.
I'll take it.
I'm just saying. Just so everybody catches on to
That's
that.
funny.
All right. Well, let's talk about the session.
Mm-hmm.
What did Vicenta learn tonight?
Oh God. Vicenta learned that she needs to try to help people, and she's not being very helpful.
Okay.
And because she's trying to tap into that caretaker side of herself, but it's not going very well. So, because she needs some willpower back. She knows she's struggling to help others and not be a selfish bitch, which is what she was when she died. So, but she also learned that she doesn't trust Moldo at all, but she feels like she's learned about him just a little bit better. Like he's perfectly willing to lie and bullshit to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but now you don't want to kill him.
No, she does.
I'm joking with you. You don't hate him as bad, though.
No, she does.
You want to be friends with him. It's okay. I understand.
No!
No. This motherfucker's going to end up staked in my basement. Like, it's going to happen. Like, she's just going to feed him just a little bit until he's bonded to fuck. And then she's going to kill him. Yeah. No. It's going to happen. Like, she wants him around so that when she does get a body back, it's like, fuck you, motherfucker.
All right. Well, what about Miss Cassandra?
She learned that her friends still care about her, and that maybe it won't only be her trying to find this justice. There's actually people alive, so that made her feel a little more hopeful. She learned, of course, that Vicenta is a vampire, and the horrible thing that the mom did to the kids, and she's still very curious about Mr. Casey. But yeah, I guess basically she just learned that maybe the living do care, because she was getting very discouraged after she found out about the mom. So it was nice to see that and kind of get her faith in the living back.
Yeah. What was your favorite Vicenta moment of the night?
The whole Maldo shit, that was fucking awesome.
Pretty good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Dee, what was your favorite Cassandra moment?
I liked that Cassandra was able to take charge, especially with the kids and dealing with Mr. Casey and Claire, and she's really just, and then the whole kind of like, oh, it's okay if Derek and Jacqueline, if they're in love and, blah, 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 blah. Like she's very understanding about it, whereas Vicenta would be like, bitch.
All right. And now it's time to talk to the shadows.
Oh, we get to talk?
Mm-hmm. So, Monica, what's the shadow you're playing's name?
The Perfectionist.
You feel like things are going how you want them to?
Yeah, we made some progress today, yeah.
And Vicenta, what's yours that you're playing? Sorry, Dee, what's the one you're playing for Cassandra?
Fearless.
Fearless.
I think that the Fearless is needs to work on egging Cassandra on a little bit. Like, she needs to, she probably missed an opportunity with the whole getting the kids' mom. She may be waiting for an opportunity for when they see the kid's mom.
Sometimes you can let somebody dig their own hole for them.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I think this shadow is thinking with the whole doing the Maldo thing. I'm like, keep digging.
Well, Vicenta's good at digging. Vicenta can dig with the fucking best of them. So,
okay.
she's good at digging that grave, so.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you both 3 XP.
Woo!
I think y'all did great. I don't know. Y'all haven't spent any. Have y'all spent any yet?
I have not.
No.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, if you want to during the week, just let me know what you decide to do. And then we will hopefully play next week. And until then, have a spooky night. Ooh. Daisy said yes. Spooky nights.
She says,